Breaking news, guys. Members of the Rivers State House of Assembly have withdrawn the impeachment notice that was previously sent to Governor Sim Fubara. The lawmakers officially began their sessions in the state capital of Port Harcourt today, being Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. The lawmakers gathered solely to focus on the withdrawal of the impeachment notice against Fubara during their deliberations. This follows a meeting between Chief Bola Tinubu and the warring parties in the Aso Villa in Abuja on Monday, where a truce was mediated. The lawmakers announced their decision to withdraw in a notice read on the House floor, citing respect for Bola Tinubu as the reason behind their move. The conflict between Fubara and Nyesom Wike, his predecessor and current Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, split lawmakers in the House, with 27 of them decamping from the People's Democratic Party to the ruling All Progressives Congress. In a series of events that unfolded during the feud, parallel sittings emerged. An impeachment plot against the governor was uncovered. The assembly complex was demolished, and a wave of resignations swept through the cabinet of pro-Wike commissioners in Fubara's cabinet. The Obedient Family TV will continue to follow the events closely and report updates later in the day. Now, we move ahead with excerpts of His Excellency Peter Obi's reaction on questions from Obedient Worldwide.
Would it be out of place, since you're not able to become the president, to offer hand of fellowship to work in this administration to make it work and make it better for what you want it to be? Now,
That's exactly what I'm doing by being in opposition.
okay,
For,
being
for
in
a system to
opposition,
work, you must be able to have an effective alternative everywhere in the world, even in your private business. You must have an alternative. That the reason why you're seeing America, Britain, the first world develop is because they have an effective opposition. One of the things that have killed Africa is not having effective opposition, because everybody is lumped into one. That's what I'm providing now. I can show you places where things would have gone wrong and people said no. Listen, Peter Obi will oppose this, or this person will oppose this. That is exactly what I'm doing now. That's why I'm even advocating that we have to either go back to parliamentary system or have a near parliamentary system where whenever there is in the parliament anywhere, when it's presidential questions time or prime minister's question time, he answers it himself, not subletting it to somebody we didn't elect. So I'm doing that. And when I was governor, I tolerated that. Go and ask people like Dr. Chris Ngige and everybody. I allowed them to criticize what I'm doing. That's the only way to work.
okay, so let me add to this, sir.
Thank you.
If you are heading the economic team of this administration, largely the economic team churns out policies that are people oriented and people friendly. Your Excellency, sir. If someone with like you, with your knowledge, heads the economic team, trust me, whatever you want to do for Nigeria will be in place and it will be passed. So why not be in the ruling party and leaving the opposition now that it
No,
does not
no,
work?
no, no. It would be wrong. It would destroy the system. Because let me tell you, what I'm saying now might look easy, but every leader has his own purpose and his own time. The people today, I'm not saying they don't have the best of ideas. Yes, they have a lot of professors, they're wonderful people, but I will not drive this vehicle called Nigeria the same way. When I talk about things, I talk about cutting costs and everything. My brother has been governor. It wasn't easy for a lot of my colleagues to do what I'm doing. I've also been, if you don't know, it's not just being governor. I've also been bank chairman in this country, where I was the only bank chairman who was not living in their land. I lived in a place called Festac. And I come to meeting and I remember the bank telling me you have to do this and everything. So people think I started this in the, if you go to the bank where I was chairman, Fidelity, go there, I turned down chairman's vehicle. They wrote me a letter and told me you're entitled to this type of vehicle, Range Rover, Mercedes 500. I said, no. Because at that time I drive Pigeon. I said, my Pigeon will bring me here and I'll do this job and go. I did not borrow 1 naira from them for 1 day. I said, I am not here. We're here to manage people's money. So we have different lifestyles. What I'm doing now is what I want to do for the country to be good. And it is better where I'm offering it. And I've said it alternatively. When they do things, that's what makes a system work.
There was no way you could have won Lagos or Ebonyi State if not by rigging. Your Excellency, what are your thoughts on this? Thank you.
I don't like joining issues with people. You know, the Senate president is an uncommon Senate president. Everything about him is uncommon. So I like doing things with common people, not uncommon people. Because I'm not one of that. Because he shouldn't even be talking about birthday party in a country like this today. You saw what I put up an advert during my birthday that people should not come for anything and should not do drinks and do anything. Instead, whatever they have, they will give me or think about me. They should give it to the poor people around them. And that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm telling people. Even in this Christmas, I've told people I'm not celebrating Christmas. I'm not celebrating anything. And I didn't even buy cards. I'm going to send people WhatsApp message. Everything that I have to spend, I'm going to use it. I have about 6 nursing schools and hospitals that I intend to visit. Can you imagine that there's a bomb in Nigeria that killed over 80 people and several others injured, and they're in hospital? That is less than 2 hours drive from Abuja. And we're celebrating. And nobody has visited those people. No senior member of government have been there. If it happens in any other country, because of the circumstances, from the president, vice to Senate president, they will visit there. They will show remorse. It calls for not celebrating. I didn't go out yesterday because I lost somebody I consider a well-meaning Nigerian patriot, Ezife. And that's how it should be. We have students from Akwa Ibom, where the Senate president is, who are still held in captivity because they were going to do youth service and they're kidnapped. Their parents are still looking for their children. They're still crying. And we're celebrating. But like I said, my brother Babio is an uncommon person. And when a common person talks, common people keep quiet. I'm a common person. I respect his office. I respect him. I wish him well. You know, I won the election, not just in Lagos and Ebonyi. I won the election in Nigeria. If not because, again, it's an uncommon place. It's an uncommon country. And that's what you get. Uncommon people are there because they did uncommon things. Thank you. I'm kneeling down and begging you, don't get disillusioned. That's what they want to achieve. What they want to achieve is that we get disillusioned and walk away, and they'll be happy. We will continue with what we're able to achieve. In no time, we'll dismantle this criminality. We will be worse off for it. The monies your country is borrowing today, you are the one going to pay it. Most of us who are borrowing it are in their 70s and 80s. If you look at bonds Nigeria is issuing, there are bonds that will be payable 2046, 2048, 2050, 2060, something. None of us will be there. So this is a time from what you have achieved. This is time for us to stay together, sacrifice more. If I tell you personally what I go through, you will say to me, why do you want to be continue this. Every single day, I'm going through one form of harassment, intimidation, everything. But I say to anybody who cares, no, there's no way we can abandon this. We must, for the sake of you, the young ones, for the sake of our children, for the sake of humanity, please, I'm needing, I'm begging you, we will stay together until we dismantle this criminality. Nigeria can be one of the greatest country on the surface of the earth, just like it's all over Africa. But it cannot continue with the leadership we found ourselves today, where people do not care. There's no other country where you have over 50% of its population living in poverty and its leaders are still behaving as if things are normal. We're in a crisis situation. So do not walk away. Let's stay together. Of course, for me, be rest assured, I'm committed to it, and I will be moving around. We've started talking now. I said that beginning next year, we'll move around, say thank you to people, find people where they are, be able to say thank you, and be able to encourage them. I know the journey is difficult. I know that we are starved. I know that we're everything, but please, let's continue.